Hi everybody, it's Jonathan here, or Jonah Talks, as I'm known as on my YouTube. Today I am making this video because my freshman year, when I was 14 years old, I came into the school year in a very dark place. I had lost my nephew the previous summer, and when I got to the school year, I wanted to be an individual and not on a team. And that does sound selfish, but where I was coming from was proving that I was worth something and that I could prove everybody wrong in any doubts they ever had in me. And over the past 3 years since my freshman year, in powerlifting specifically, the THSPA, organization, I've been able to be blessed with opportunities to go to even local meets, regionals, and state, and I'm proud of myself. And I think I'm one step as of today closer to becoming the best powerlifter to ever come from Shamrock. And I don't plan on stopping after high school. I plan on continuing my quote-unquote reign of terror on powerlifting after this. And so today I'm making this video to go over some of my accolades over the past 3 years I've been given by the THSPA organization and by my high school and coaches, Shamrock ISD. So first, this is my Fighting Heart Award that I got my freshman year. I got this award specifically because I showed up to every practice. I put my heart and soul into every practice. I was always there. I was always fighting to become better. And my coaches saw me fit to be the Fighting Heart that year. Did it hurt to not get MVP? Yes. Did I deserve it in my eyes? A little bit. But I'm still very, very proud of that. And that same year, I got this medal right here in the 123 weight class. I got second place at regionals as a freshman. And I'm very proud of this medal because it was my first year doing powerlifting, and being able to go out there and beat everybody was just amazing to me. And I won every meet before regionals as well, and I got to state and I placed 7th. And in that moment, I was so disappointed with myself for placing 7th that I dedicated my summer to wanting to become better. And it didn't go to plan, as I got injured a couple times, but I learned from those mistakes. And, that led up to my sophomore year, where I got my first MVP award. And, getting this was very monumental to me. I was so proud of this award. I have never been an MVP in anything before this. And to get MVP in something was mind-boggling to me. And, this was a big step in my career of powerlifting. And, although my sophomore year didn't go to plan because I got sick and hurt before regionals and I ended up bombing out, I'm still proud of that season. And it taught me a lot about myself and who I am and what I needed to change about myself. And, after my sophomore year, after that season, I was honestly very, depressed. I was in a dark place. But eventually, I dug myself out of that hole and I set my mind to my goal of becoming the best powerlifter I could possibly be and be the best powerlifter to come out of Shamrock. That it led up to my junior year, where I first won. Let's see here. I got this medal at the Lockney Invitational in the 132s. I got first place. I won by, I think, 85 pounds or so. Don't quote me on that, but it was a pretty substantial difference. next, I cut down to the 123s after people told me not to, after I told that it wouldn't go according to my plan and that it wouldn't be worth it. And I went and I placed first at the Ref Shimwell Classic in Amarillo at Highland Park. And yes, this is a silver medal. I shared the gold medal with an equipped 123 lifter. So that's where that comes from. So if you can go and look at the standings. I did win this meet. I do still think I deserve the gold, but I'm gonna leave that bitter taste in my mouth to motivate myself. And at this meet at 123, I totaled 900, which was a DOTS PR, and that was awesome. That was amazing to me. And leading after that was regionals, and again in the 123s, I ended up actually getting second place in the 123s and equipped division in Abilene. And being a two-time regional champion, it kind of leaves a bitter taste in your mouth because you could have won twice, but I'm proud of it and I'm so happy. And this is just such an important medal to me that I remember when I got this, I felt like I had just taken another right step in the direction of where I wanted to go. And after being set back so many times, it meant so much to me. And that, motivated me to have an amazing prep for state, where I ended up placing 4th place and I got this medal. It's my 4th place state medal in the 123s. And getting this meant the most to me. I actually cried over this medal. I never, although I always thought I would win or do good at state or do good at regionals, I never truly expected it to be filled. And I'm so very grateful that it did, because this medal means so much to me, and it's just such a amazing accolade for me to personally hold to myself, and something that I can hold close to me for the rest of my life. And although I do take this with a grain of salt, because I did want to get 3rd and place podium. I didn't. Although I did place podium, it wasn't top 3. But anyway, it just proved to myself that I can do what I want to do. I can prove people wrong. I can prove myself wrong. All the self-doubt, it didn't have to actually, come to life, and it didn't, because I did put in that effort, and it just means so much to me, and I will never forget that moment. And that led to me getting this, my 2nd MVP award at Shamrock ISD. And I think this is, again, another step in the right direction to becoming the best powerlifter to come out of Shamrock. And now there's just one thing left on my mind. Really, two. Going to state and winning, going to regionals and winning, and getting my 3rd MVP award. And that will make me, in my eyes, the greatest powerlifter to come out of Shamrock. And there's been some good lifters out of here, but I want everybody to know they're not like me. I'm different than the rest. And although that does sound cocky, I'm different because I put everything on the line for this. I'm different because I put every ounce of my being into this sport. And I continue to get back up after getting kicked down, injury after injury, setback after setback. Even being injured right now, I'm still going to go and I'm going to work out this week. Today I tweaked my back working out again, and I said, I'm not going to lift till this upcoming Friday. I'm going to take rest. I'm not doing that anymore, because that is that weak mindset I had going into high school, and I will never have that weak mindset again. I'm going to have a strong mindset. I'm going to go into these next sessions this week, and I'm going to put every ounce of my being into them, as long as with the rest of every session following this off season. Every ounce of my being, blood, sweat, and tears will go into every training session, because I will be the best. I want to be the best, and nothing's gonna stop me aside from myself. Nothing can stop me aside from myself, and that's something I've learned. And I feel so thankful to myself for not giving up at the end of the day. And although I did give up in some moments, I still got back up, and I ended up going back to the gym, and I kept working. And I'm very thankful for myself and my own motivation. And I do get a lot of that from the people around me. And so now I'm going to list a few people that have a huge influence on me, whether it be recently or years ago. And first, I want to thank my father. He motivates me every time, every day, every post, no matter what it is, no matter the mistakes I've made along the way. He's motivated me and told me he's proud of me, and that means a lot to me. And second, I'd like to say thank you to my grandma. My grandma, she put me in this position. She taught me that although I am different because I have one kidney, I was born different. I can still be the same as long as I set my mind to it. And I would like to say thank you to my grandma. I love you so much. You're really my rock. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional over this, guys. But next, I would like to thank my stepmom. Although our relationship hasn't been the best sometimes, she's still there for me. She cooks my meals. She helps me in ways that can go unrecognized. And without her support, I wouldn't be here. And I would also like to thank every one of my siblings, specifically Genesis, Daniel, and Victoria, for being there for me, even at my lowest of my lows when I was growing up, and being there when I was growing up. I could never replace them, and I'm so thankful because they taught me things that I never would have been able to figure out on my own. And next, I would like to thank a few of my friends, and I'm gonna thank my friend. She's kind of like a friend that I've made pretty recently. Probably, I think within like the last few months, actually, probably within the last like 6 months or so. Her name's Faith, and she's gonna watch this video. And Faith, I'm very thankful for you. You made a big impact on my self-esteem and how I thought about myself at my lows, because although we weren't very close before those conversations, you noticed that I was at a low, and you talked to me and helped me dig myself out of that hole. And I'm very thankful for that. And it means very much to me. And I would like to attribute some of this to her, especially over this past powerlifting season. I don't think I'd be where I am without that support. And next, sorry guys, I would like to thank my friend Lanson. My friend Lanson, he taught me to keep my chin up. He taught me to go against everybody's defying odds, and to not, listen to other people and not be influenced. And yes, I already had that mindset, but even when I did think to listen to other people, he was there to be my friend and to remind me to not think of anybody else's opinion, because they don't matter unless they're positive. And thank you. I really do appreciate you, man. And you mean a lot to me. You're like a brother to me. And next, I would like to thank my friend Chloe for also, being a motivator and for helping me relax. Because there was times where I was so stressed out and I needed to relax. And she was that friend to help me relax. And I would, just love to say thank you to her. Although we might not be the greatest friends now, and that's fine with me, but you did help me, and I appreciate you a lot. Thank you very much for this. And next, I would like to thank all of my high school coaches, specifically Coach Bennett,
Coach Self and Coach Hall. And, you know, this past year, all three of those coaches, they helped me through tough times, through family problems. They let me have the opportunity to not lift with the rest of my team when I couldn't make it. And they trusted me, and they gave me that trust, and that trust means a lot to me. And I am very much so in debt to them. And I would like to just say thank you to them. And to anybody else that I'm forgetting, I want you to know that you are truly not forgotten. I am very thankful for you and everything you've done for me. I wouldn't be where I am without the support that I've gotten from the several people around me, all the people around me, and I would just love to say thank y'all. I love y'all very much, and I appreciate all of my supporters, every single one of them, and just thank y'all so much, because I wouldn't be able to get all of this, all of these medals, my MVP award, my Fighting Heart award. I wouldn't have been able to get that without y'all. And lastly, I would like to say thank you to my nephew Alonso for giving me the initial motivation to become strong and prove myself. I love you, kiddo. You know, you'll never see this video, but in my heart you will. And so thank you everybody for coming and watching this video.